how important the tourism and hospitality industries are in our state. Now, there's a brand new collective uniting the stakeholders in both industries. It's called the Michigan Hospitality and Tourism Alliance, and it just launched yesterday. There are 11 founding members, and some of them are Mackinac Island Tourism Bureau, Michigan Boating Industries Association, Michigan Festivals and Events Association, just to name a few. One of those founding members is Visit Detroit. And let's bring in Christopher Moyer, Senior Director of Communications at Visit Detroit. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, good morning, Jamie. How are you today?
We are good. This sounds exciting. My first question is, why is this necessary? Everyone in this collaborative here does really great work individually.
Absolutely. Our job is to help drive Michigan's economy forward. Everybody in this group is really committed to sharing the governor's vision, legislators' vision to increase Michigan's population, increase Michigan's economic vitality. And tourism is really the first handshake, the first hello, the first welcome to the state, whether it's in Detroit or Mackinac Island or Marquette. We've got a great story to tell. And we also now need to put some dollars behind that story to make sure we're staying competitive with the rest of the country.
And Christopher, does this also help in making sure Michigan is promoted nationally instead of just regionally?
Unquestionably, Lloyd. This is a national and even an international opportunity. We want to be talking to our friends in Canada. Millions of Canadian visitors should be coming to Michigan every year, whether it's for the great sporting events that happen in Detroit or to see our to see Lake Michigan, to see Mackinac Island. We want to be attracting people from California and New York and Florida and Texas because an outside dollar, it means that we're not just circulating our own money amongst our neighbors. We're getting outside money into the state, creating a stronger economy.
So tell me about what I mean, as you gather this alliance, what are the missed opportunities that you fear that we're making here, or where are we falling short of where we need to be?
Well, guys, where we're falling short right now is that 18 years ago, the Pure Michigan campaign was launched, and this is one of the most iconic travel campaigns in the history of travel, not just in the United States, but around the world. Other states, other countries look to Pure Michigan as a model of what to do. But now they've taken that, they've looked at it, and they're beating us. They're exceeding the work that we're doing. And so what we're asking the state of Michigan to do is put $50 million behind Travel Michigan, not take dollars from some other program, the You Can in Michigan program or Pure Opportunity or Pure Business Connect. We need the MEDC to be really well funded across all of its marketing channels. Mm-hmm. But we need to focus on how we attract the visitor in the first place, because it starts with a visit. They'll come here, they'll fall in love with Detroit or Grand Rapids or Traverse City or hundreds of other communities around the state, and then they'll want to move here.
You've garnered some friends within the legislature, and you have a caucus. It's called a Hospitality and Tourism Caucus, and then you have a policy agenda for this year.
Absolutely. There's a lot of legislators that support this. The governor supports the vision of promoting Michigan regionally, nationally, internationally as well. But it's about finding how we work together between the legislature, between the governor, economic development engines, to make sure that policy agenda, which is, again, supporting Travel Michigan and that Pure Michigan campaign to the tune of $50 million. Other things like creating a large special events fund that helps attract events like the NFL draft that we're hosting in 77 days. These are the types of things that will propel Michigan forward, will propel Detroit and Southeast Michigan forward for years and decades to come.
And Christopher, I was thinking too, we kind of capitalize on the great things that are happening here in Michigan. We have new hotels that are coming up here in the city of Detroit. You have U of M winning the national championship. The Lions doing very well. You
New
got the NFL
breweries.
draft, new breweries. I mean, we got to capitalize on all this great stuff going on in the state of Michigan.
The Michigan Brewers Guild, also a founding member.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Michigan is the home of some of the best breweries in the whole country. Unquestionably, that when I go around the country, people say, "Oh, I really like this beer from Bell's, or this beer from Atwater, or M43." So we've got a great story with beer, but you're 100% right that we need to capitalize and tell our story more effectively. I just focusing on Detroit. I mean, cars wouldn't be cars, music wouldn't be music, and culture wouldn't be culture without Detroiters and Southeast Michiganders. And so to me, we have an obligation to get more people here to experience all of the incredible world-changing things that Detroiters have done. And so that's where marketing comes in, that's where promotion comes in, and that's what's going to drive economic vitality.
Marketing's important, promoting's important, Lord knows, and I think all of us are saying amen to what you're saying there. But there's also a thing about making sure that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. While we're speaking today, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist is going to be meeting with the One Fair Wage people who want to do away with the tipped economy in the state of Michigan. Is that something that this alliance will be wading into and advocating on behalf of those servers who say it will make Michigan less hospitable for them?
Well, Guy, I think you're absolutely right. Making sure that workers have the opportunity to go in and make a great wage is really critical to the hospitality industry. There are certain levels of regulation that can often make that harder. But there's no doubt that the Michigan Hospitality Alliance is going to be working with the administration, going to be working with legislators to try to make sure that the workers, the backbone of this industry, the tens of thousands of workers around the state of Michigan, have an access to great wages, great benefits, and great opportunities from an economic perspective.
I know the waitresses that I know, at least, love the tips. They want the tips to keep coming.
Bartenders too.
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly. All right,
No doubt.
Chris, I think this is a great idea. We'll check back with you to see how it's going in the future and check in on that policy agenda. Christopher Moyer,
thank you
Senior
all.
Director of Communications at Visit Detroit. Thank you.
Thank you all.